The two topics I need to cover now is predictive analysis. And but before we go ahead to talk about predictive analysis, I want us to do what is called correlation. And let me see if I can copy and paste a certain value. Okay, so I want to copy this. I want to copy this. Okay, this is not going to give me what I need. I need to open another. Okay, let's say I want to copy this, 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 and this. Why is it not bloody working? Anyway.
Go come out and let us go copy and come new one.
Right. So don't I want to change this. So Arial. And bold. Anyway, let's just leave it like that. Okay, so for correlation matrix, I'm going to do this here. Correlation matrix using the analysis tool pack. That's what we want to do now. Again, I want to call this right. So this over here and all right, so we are looking at correlation matrix using the analysis toolpack. And for us to understand what correlation matrix is, let's just simply go to the data menu, and then remember we have this sorted out, data analysis, and then choose correlation. Again, if you want to understand what correlation is, all you need to do is click on the Excel help and then search for correlation. So you can see all of the articles you can ever read about it. So perform statistical and engineering analysis with the analysis tool pack. Okay, so this is it. Correlation. You can open this up and read all you need to do. And it says here conclusively that the correlation analysis tool is particularly useful when there are more than two measurement variables for each of n subjects. It provides an output table, a correlation matrix that shows the value of choral or person applied to each possible pair of measurement variable. So I would love you to read this because sometimes I don't know where you are going to be working as a data analyst. It is very, very crucial for you to understand the terms that you are asked to use for your analysis. But I do understand what correlation matrix is, and I want to show you how to solve for it. And one of the reasons why I want to show you how to solve for it is because I don't want you to think that it is like descriptive analysis where you can simply highlight a particular column or row and that's it. For the correlation matrix, watch and see how you do it. So they are asking you for the input range. Remember, for descriptive analysis, all you needed was to highlight a particular cell, okay? But for this one, you are going to concentrate. Remember when I talked about the types of data, you know, um, some of these data, it will have a string. Are you following me?
Yes, I am.
So when we talk about strings, we are talking about a block of text that appear in Microsoft Excel. Like, for instance, people's names, email addresses, names of cities, names of items sold in the store, customer ID, what else? Date of birth, um, anything that shows you that it is actually made up of alphabets most of the time, or yeah, mostly alphabets. So look at these data sets. How many of these would you term as being a string? How many of them would you term as being a string?
Um, string column B, that is the term, the month.
Okay.
F and G. So
F
column
and
F and G, E, F and G.
Good. So the only ones that are not strings are what? Column A, column C, column D, and that's it. Every other column contains a string, and correlation does not work that way. So for us to do that, we are going to, again, I'm going to cancel this because remember when I told you as a data analyst, you must learn how to work on a table. So I'm going to name this. I'm going to insert a table, Control T. The table has headers, okay, and I want to call it comma table, and enter. So I'm going to go back to my data analysis, correlation, and so that is to make my work easier. I'm going to just click on this, okay, or click on the entire row and click on which one again?
That one.
click on this, and then click on this. Okay, we want it to be grouped by columns, of course, and then we have to check that there are labels in the first row. These are all labels in the first row, and we don't want it to be in the new worksheet. We want it to be on this particular worksheet. So I'm going to choose a what I want it to be. I want it to be here, and then I'm going to go back there, and then I'm going to click on OK. It must input range must be a contiguous reference. Sorry, I think it was my mistake. I have to clean that. I have to go to loan amounts.
I think you have to close first and move up. So this
Yeah. All right. So let's do this again. Data analysis, correlation. I don't know why it's. Okay, I need to delete all of this. So loan amounts and interest rates and installments. Go back. Output range. Where is it located? I want to put it here. Okay. What the heck?
I think from that complaint, I think we have to rearrange the table and move it to be having the same border. I just checked the meaning of contiguous. I mean they must be sharing the same border. So we have to arrange it, move column C to B and A to and D to C.
Let me try something else. Let me see. Um, let me try something else. This is a lazy man's work. This one I'm doing like this. Have you tried doing this from your end?
No, I have no. I don't have access to the. I don't have this data readily. Then I don't have access to the screen. But what I have done is I checked the. When I saw that I said it must be configured, so I went to check and I saw that it means that it must be together. It must follow sequence. So I don't know if you can just rearrange the table to follow suit, and I'll try again.
Okay, to put the numbers one place and
it means the colon that we want to be anything we want to be in contiguous means they should be in sequence, sharing the same border. So maybe we just move column B to D and let the other three be in the same place, and now try it again.
okay. Let me try that. I actually did this. I did this and it worked. I don't know why it's showing me errors. So to remove this, you mean?
Yes, remove that one to another. We move it to D. Move it to the other column and let the three be together. Either we move that entire column to the left or to the right twice.
Okay, let me do this. All right. Let me see if this will work. I just deleted a particular column. Uh, group by columns. All right, it worked. I don't know why it. Are you following me? Hello?
I can hear you. I'm following you. Sorry, I muted.
Yeah, it actually worked. So I think what correlation does is that you simply need to highlight the values that are all numerical. I tried that and it worked from my end, but I think what I was supposed to do, I had to put it in a table to make it easier for me to make that correlation possible. So this is how the correlation metric works really. And I had to put this in the existing workbook, and we can see that there is a correlation between the first row, the second, and the third. And if you look at the loan amount, which is this value, it correlates with the second column, which is the interest rate, and it correlates with the third column, which is the installment rate. If you are plotting this on a graph,
So these other figures, what does it mean? This 111, 0.99.
that is the correlation it's showing you. This is it. I just plotted the graph now.
Okay.
But I want you to read more about how it works.
Okay.
again, these are all statistical tools, because when we talk about correlation matrix, p-value and all of that, it is mostly those who are working, accountants, statistical analysis, that would understand how best they can relate with the correlation matrix. But for you as a data analyst, it is important to know that if you are asked to solve for a correlation matrix, which is actually, by definition, it simply shows the correlation coefficients between variables at the intersection of corresponding rows and columns. And I don't need to understand theoretically how this works. If I can show you that there is a correlation matrix between column 1 and column 2 and column 3, and then just allow you draw your own understanding from it as a statistician, or because the person who is asking you the question to, you know what, Peter or John, please can you provide me the correlation matrix between these three columns? And it's the person definitely knows what he or she is looking out for, and you should be able to help the person out. So let me share an article with you so you get to read about it in. Now, before I even proceed, what did you see? What did you notice about this correlation matrix? Looking at the graph, what do you notice about?
Looking at the graph, I can, okay, no, hang on. The first one is a loan amount, right? Loan amount is as a base and the interest rate. I can see that the two of them, the first two, that's the loan amount and interest rate, are no, did it pass that one? Okay, yes, but having their base point is at the interest value, which is the interest rate for the first one. I mean, for the first one now, the loan amount starts for 5,000.
Yeah.
Base is at the interest rate. For the interest rate, the base to which is 2.87 is the what else can I deduce from that?
Okay, let me simply say let me simply say that in correlation matrix, I'm going to share the article with you so you read better. But anytime you see positive one, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you come here and see that column number 1 relates positively with column number 2 and positively with column number 3, it means that this business is actually progressing. There is an increase in profitability of the business. It means that the people who are getting a loan amount from the bank are actually paying it at a certain interest rate, and the bank can still actually be in business. It means that three things are totally related. But if you plot a correlation matrix and it's showing you negative, -1, -2, -3, it definitely means that the person getting the loan amount over a period of time, or the people getting the loan amount over a period of time, are not in congruence with the people paying installmentally, or with the interest rate that is being sent to the bank. So they are actually moving in opposite direction.
Sorry, now you mentioned two different things. I want to be clear. Does it mean we can actually do this correction for just one person instead of this entire row, entire column?
No, it's not one person. No, there are many people.
Yeah, you mentioned just. I don't know if I didn't get clear. What we did now is for the entire loan applicant or loan collector and the interest rate their instrumental payment.
Uh-huh.
Does it mean that we are just selected cell A6, for instance, A6, B6, and C6, for instance? Will we still be able to do correlation for that row alone?
Exactly, you can. If you click on you, maybe you want to see the correlation between let's do it and see. We want to see the correlation matrix for column 1 and then let's say column 2, right? A and B, sorry, the loan amount and the interest rate. The person who got,
No, I was talking about row now. I'm talking about row.
rows, not columns.
Yes, if we are thinking, we are still going to deal with the three variables, that's the loan amount, the interest rate, and the installment. But I want to check for this person on column A8 with his interest rate to be B8 and his installment to be C8.
Okay, you want to check for only this person, right?
Yes, only that person.
Okay, let's try that and see. That's a brilliant one. Let's correlation. You want to so you highlight this, and this. And the output range, you want to put it here. Click on OK. Can you see that? There is a correlation matrix, but there is absolutely no loan amount showing. Probably, let me share this thing with you first before I forget. I'm not a statistician, but I know that there's a formula for correlation matrix. Let us look for that. Formula for correlation in statistics. Can you see? Can you see the formula? Hello.
I'm with you.
So probably when we highlighted just one single row, Excel gave us a div error because it has tried to divide the variables we have over a variable that doesn't exist, and that is why it gave us the div error. For instance, you have I think the div error, where are we? Div error occurs when you are trying to divide something by 0. For instance, if you have, let me see. 13 divided by, no, equals to 13 divided by 0. All right, can you see that? Because you can't divide anything by nothing. You definitely have to divide 13 by something to get a response from Excel. But if you have the DVI error, it definitely means that that formula, this one I just showed you, was used to divide, to solve for correlation matrix. This formula was used to divide something that is not existent, and Excel didn't understand it. But probably, let me see if I can, solve for correlation matrix for 3 of those values instead of 1. And let's see if it will. So I want to solve for 3 of them, because what are you actually correlating it with? You have to correlate it with something, with somebody. Let's see if this will work. And then I go back and choose output range. Maybe I put it here and then click on OK.
Yeah.
All right. Can you see that?
So it means even for that one that showed deep error, it shows that there's a correlation by giving us the 111.
Exactly. Exactly. You get the point now.
Yes.
So this is actually positive. This chart here is showing positive, right? Because there is a relationship between the loan amount, the interest rates, and the installment rates. If it shows negative, what does it mean? That they are moving in opposite directions. It means that business is in trouble, because the people getting the loan amount are not actually paying their interest rates, and sometimes they may pay it instrumentally and the bank is not getting any interest from it. Or the person that got the loan amount is actually paying the interest rate using the account, but is not paying cash by installments. Somehow they would move in opposite directions. But if you see that you have, instead of 111, you have 000, just tell the person who told you to do your correlation matrix. A simple explanation is that there is absolutely no relationship at all. For instance, someone got a loan amount from bank A and then bank B, and that person went ahead to get another loan amount. And then you get bank C, the person goes to bank C to get another loan amount, all the same amount. I think there is absolutely no correlation. Even if you have correlation, you have to be smart enough to know that there is no relationship between this person moving around in different banks collecting loans. There is no record of interest rate. There's no record of installment payments being paid by. I don't know if you understand me.
Quite well, I understand it.
All right. So I think I'm going to end the section today, because next time we'll be looking at predictive analysis, and I'm going to share any other statistical thing, statistical formula I've used and I know. I'm going to share them with you so that you'll be on the safer side.
Thank you very much.
And again, also help in your understanding of what statistics is all about, generally speaking, when using any of them in Microsoft Excel.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So I hope you learned something today.
A lot. A whole lot.
All right.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.